living life in a winter city is pretty much defined by one word, and that word is cold. Now, my definition of living in a winter city is living in a place where it's pretty much covered in snow for about 4 to 5 months of the year, and the lines between winter and spring and fall and winter are very much blurred. You're pretty much living in a perpetual state of needing to warm up or having very cold fingers and toes. You go outside for maybe a minute or two and your toes are frozen for the next hour and you really can't do anything about it unless you want to soak your feet in a tub full of water for a good 5 minutes. The same goes for your fingers. You're out there for maybe 5 minutes and they're cold for about half an hour to an hour. Now the temperatures are very frequently below -30 or -40 with the wind chill, and I don't need to do any conversions there because they're pretty much the same. The wind chill is essentially the worst part because it just cuts at you, it hits you in every which direction, hitting you and cutting you apart. It does not stop. There's no such thing as a snow day no matter how much snow falls, and the only time you ever come close to a snow day is in the middle of June when the Edmonton Oilers are in the middle of the Stanley Cup final, and who knows when that's going to ever happen again. On top of the mountains and mountains of snow that you can never get through, there's the occasional thaw when it gets above freezing for a little while, and then it freezes over really quickly, and so you're essentially driving on ice or walking on ice. The worst part comes after it thaws and freezes and then snows again, because nobody knows how to drive. Everyone essentially forgets how to drive, and on top of that, it's pretty damn hard to get yourself out of the snow once you get stuck in the snow. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to get out of my driveway to just get stuck right outside my house and have to wait about 45 minutes to an hour to try and get myself out with the help of several different people. And during the thawing and the freezing and the thawing and refreezing, you get all these potholes that destroy your tires, and you have to zigzag through each and every single lane to try and avoid every single one because they're divots at least this big sometimes. Maybe even deeper. I guess you can also say it's a foregone conclusion that you're shoveling snow every third day or every second day. It's really fun. I really encourage it. Really, there's not much you can do other than stay in the house for 4 to 5 months of the year, and if you're not a sports person, you're essentially really stuck in the house for 4 months. One of the upsides I can see in living in a place like this is if you love snow, it's really the place to be, and if you love winter sports such as skiing, hockey, snowboarding, whatever else you can think of that's involved in winter sports. Oh, curling, that's another good one. You really have to have tough skin to be able to live in a winter city, and I'm not even talking about all of the hand lotion you need to put on because the cold just sucks all the moisture out of your system and your hands just crack all over the place. Would I recommend living in a winter city? Probably not. I think there are more cons than there are pros, but that's personally just me. The first snowfall can be pretty beautiful sometimes, but then looking at the white desolate land, it does get pretty boring once you realize that you are living in the literal reincarnation of Winterfell.